joined here and moved by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have first. And a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Gonna run it. It's Turner. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Spins away from the defense. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quick completion to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Florida Atlantic's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Forced out of the pocket. It's a running room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Owls want to pick up the tempo. On third down, going up top. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Hauls it in. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll do it himself on the draw. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They put points on the board on a couple of drives, but now they'd like to stick one in the end zone. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the left. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football.
Looking to take a shot. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, it's a reverse. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, the offense dialing up the jet sweep, and I like that idea because this receiver, with his speed, you want to try to get him on the perimeter, put the ball in his hands and see what can happen.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Green Wave! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this... Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Wyoming. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it in the middle. It's Messer. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Messer. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Hayes. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense...
It's a seam wide open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Tulane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Gonna sling it on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to set up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Tulane right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. They want to throw it. Bring in the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Green. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun to give, looking for room. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this defense comes up with a... And not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown. And this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, you want to drive a coach nuts, get in a situation where it's easy and I just got to get a QB sneak and fall forward and I don't take care of the football. Priority number one, mission number one, got to get that snap, got to fall forward. Big time mistake.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Catch in the middle, it's Messer. Right down the gut of the field. The 40. Wide open spaces. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Do I run the ball here? Am I a little conservative? I don't want to get a safety. What? Absolutely not. I'm going to play pitch and catch, and my guy's better than yours. Outruns everybody the length of the field. 99 yards for the big touchdown reception.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Takes the handoff. It's Barnes. Fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs, and this play caller's still
going for it all. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Buys a little time. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
Pass interference. Offense.
We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The green wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. On the run, it's Terrell. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this, and they move the sticks, and they get some momentum.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Green Wave. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Trying to run it in. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
That keeps the score. Tulane, 33. Florida Atlantic.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
He'll return it from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Looking for a crease. It's Turner. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's first and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Tulane looking for the fourth down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Gives it on the option. At the 45, on his way. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw. First half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Reed. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier. Didn't change their thinking here. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. Downs. The coach wants you to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He lobs one high down the side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch near the 50. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. All out of space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Keeps it on the draw. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for the offense. Trying to bully their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backward.
Touchdown, Tulane! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Florida Atlantic, 7.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's loose. Turning on the Jets. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Owls. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pressure coming. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again?
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah,
here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pulls and fires complete. The offense will stop and use one of its timeouts.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact.
Defense has put a game, the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Takes the handoff. It's Barnes. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. they're still firing away even with this lead. Looking for the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone, but the officials